Jordan Long here, and today I'm going to talk about, well, for the last time, and then I'll move on from it, why no YouTube partnership, or why I do not want to be a YouTube partner. Now, a lot of people out there are going to say, oh, you can't keep your word. You keep on making the same moving shows again. Well, I am not answerable to anybody on YouTube, so if I make the same moving show on the same underwarp again, oh well. So a lot of people might ask the question, how come some people like us choose not to be a YouTube partner? Well, usually it will come up a lot. Someone will say something like, it'll be something like this. Like, for example, Levi, I guess, or Givi, I guess, will come on and he'll say, well, Jordan, I mean that I think your channel's cool and all, but I'm just curious why you haven't taken up on YouTube partnership. Well, in a simple word, I don't want to be a YouTube partner. There are a lot of things that being a YouTube partner implies, and I don't want to be involved in any of them. Well, you make Weird Guild, from your moving shows. Yeah, that's apparently the first thing people hear is you make Weird Guild from your moving shows. Apparently it's that simple. They call that sort of thing monetization, but technically that's an Outlander word for what happens. What they don't tell you is that a lot of these YouTube partners use a thing called Google Adsense, a program made by Google, obviously, and it uses to keep a track of how many advertisements a person is going on and how many people are going on a person's YouTube channel. And, but it's not that cool. Okay, of course you make Weird Guild from it, but that's not the defining factor. Well, yeah, it's true, you make Weird Guild from it, but do you also know that that YouTube looks at you more often? You get looked at more. Your moving shows are overlooked as soon as they furlayed. You already have to stay in good standing with community guidelines in terms of service and copyright. That don't go beyond said. Then you got to be showing friendly, or the showers won't want to buy their showing time in the middle of one of your moving shows or before your moving shows. Plus, you got to worry about the people at YouTube making a bad call on one of your moving shows, and either you lose your good standing with community guidelines, or you lose your good standing with copyright, and then you either get your channel suspended or terminated, or if you're lucky, you just lose certain privileges, like you could lose your Google AdSense, get that disabled. You could lose your Weird Guild making gift. True, all that can possibly happen. Yeah, and I don't want to have to keep on coming on and worrying about my Google AdSense being disabled or suspended because somebody thought that I was falsely clicking on my app, that I was fraudulently clicking on my own shows or whatever. Yeah, on YouTube, apparently when it comes to Google AdSense, you're not allowed to click on your own advertisements. I don't know what that implies, but apparently you hear a lot of people on YouTube talk about how one day they came on their YouTube channel and found that their Google AdSense was disabled. They were clicking or had clicked on their advertisement or whatever you want to call it by accident. Mostly probably by mistake if they actually did do it, or just other people just going on Google AdSense and somehow falsely reporting them they were doing something wrong when they weren't doing anything wrong, and then them losing their Weird Guild privilege or real guild gift that way. And then you had to worry about if somebody at YouTube makes a bad call in one of your movie shows that, according to you, is following community guidelines and copyright and terms of service and is shower friendly. But at the end of the day, one of them could make a mistake and all that goes in jeopardy. So no, I'm not into that. And plus, it's not like plus then you got to build up your channel. And build up your channel means you got to get more views on all your moving shows. And let's just face it, Levi. It's not like it's not like all the moving shows I've made since 2013 AD, the ones that didn't get a lot of views. It's not like they're going to get a lot of views overnight. So YouTube is never ever going to tell me to set up Google AdSense. And Google AdSense's team is never going to have that talk with the YouTube about merging them together, since my moving shows will never get enough views for them to even decide to do that. Well, it makes a lot of sense, If you don't want to be a YouTube partner, you don't have to be. It's a choice, And if somebody out there wants to defend partnership and say they're wrong about everything, well, that's their choice. But at the end of the day, you're pretty much telling the truth about all these things, So if you want to be a YouTube partner, that's fine. If your channel meets all the standards, then good for you. If you don't worry about community guideline, terms of service, or copyright, or being showy friendly, if you're not worried about worrying about your Google AdSense and people telling you that you were falsely clicking on your shows when they weren't, then good for you. But if you want to go for all that, then fine. But I don't. And this is a YouTube maker for change that says she don't want to be a YouTube partner. Or, whatever. That's it. I'm Jordan Long, and I'll see you later.